This is also, it's the same. If I decide now here, I like to export these two. So I export this to an XML file. You can export also the remas. So if you have some remas defined, export, import. And of course, what we have not seen here, I have this internal variable, which was my internal test data point. Also this I can export, of course, to an XML, but also possible to export it to an CSV file. So I export now one data point to an comma separate value file. I call it int var. I save it now. And now on this USB drive is a text file with the name int var. This I can open with Excel. Then I change the name to .csv, then automatically it's opened with Excel. And I see now, okay, it's a comma separate value file, which is not true because it is not a comma separate value file. In real, because we support Unicode and V460 is a Unicode system, therefore this file is delimited with tabs. Then you can manage also Unicode. But Excel knows it, and if you open it with Excel, automatically this file is from the behavior like in a comma separate value file. Then we can copy this one, Ctrl C, maybe like this, Ctrl V. Here we decide, okay, it's data point 2. I'm not sure that this will work. Of course, this is the nice feature of Excel. Now we have 17 data points. All of them are linked to the same REMA. So if I store this, and if I close Excel, then in the editor I can say import, import export, import a comma separate value file. Now I need star.star because it is the extension comma separate value. I open it, and here comes now a dialog. He checks, okay, in the internal driver, theoretically I can import it to another driver also. No? I will not do this, I say just okay. And now I have all data points imported. All these data points in the moment are linked to the same REMA. I can say, okay, this 8 data point I link to the REMA alarm class 2. And now I open my alarm screen, this one, because this is prepared. And here I need something to test. I'll reduce it a little bit. And I need an element which is the switch. This one. Then from the variable list, I use the first internal data point on the switch. On the switch I can easily change the value. So here I change it to an radio button in the original size. And I also can use a combined element. And with a combine element, you know, we can also display status text. And of course, we have also linked a variable to it. Then I can open the configuration mask. I say new, or I decide I like to display the name, percentage 0.0, background color in the editor standard grade, and new, if the variable is 0, we decide it should be green. New, if the variable is 1, it should be in red. Now the variable name is available in green or in red. If I say OK, save this, create the runtime files. Here I can reload my project. I open the standard alarm message list, and here I can simulate now this internal test data point. Coming, going, coming, going. And you see the color of that one is red. The only thing is this alarm message list is a little bit strange configured. The configuration in real is also here in this function. So here in that function, the filter settings are stored, but I can modify it online also. I can decide from the column it should be a little bit different. Not at first received, time acknowledged, then the name, so you can change this arrangement to your needs. Also with a symbol like it is now. So if it's coming, going, coming, going. And you see this is now flashing because I enable in the REMA the flashing bit. If it is coming now and I acknowledge it, all variables are acknowledged. With a double click or here with the acknowledge button, you can acknowledge the alarm.